Sinners was one of the biggest movies to come out in 2025. It is a very popular topic of conversation almost a year later. It has been hailed as an original masterpiece and Michael B. Jordan's best movie yet. Today you're going to learn 10 facts you need to know about Sinners. Remember to like, subscribe, and what was your favorite thing about Sinners? Let me know in the comments below. This first fact is a neat detail about smoke that many people may not have noticed. The Smokestack twins smoked a lot of cigarettes in the movie, but you'll notice whenever Smoke is by himself, he smokes a pipe, not a cigarette, because he is unable to roll his own cigarettes due to shell shock from the war. Stack would always roll the cigarettes for him. Music is the main focus of this film, with the character of Sammy bringing it to life with his guitar, but there's something special about the guitar Sammy uses. In the movie, it was claimed that the original owner of the guitar was renowned Delta blues singer Charlie Patton. Charlie was said to have Irish, African American, and Choctaw heritage, which just happens to be the three main ethnic groups featured in the movie. Maybe Sammy's guitar really does have power. This film is a deep dive into many cultures and how each group dealt with how life was back then. White, Black, and Native Americans were the main people groups, but we also get to see how Chinese people made a living back then. We get to see Chinese culture through the characters of Bo and Grace Chow. Thomas Pang, who played Bo, suggested that his character wear a gold Taoist amulet, which signifies good luck. Sinners was Miles Canton's film debut. According to Ryan Coogler, he was impressed with Miles' audition tape right away. Ryan called Miles' voice a once-in-a-lifetime voice. Miles also learned how to play the resonator blues guitar for this role, going back and forth between New York and Philadelphia to take lessons from Philadelphia-based musician Randy Boland. There is a long, profound history between two people groups in this movie many may not be aware of. The two groups are the Irish and the Choctaw. Both are too familiar with suffering and oppression. First, the Choctaw walked a trail of tears in 1831. Then 16 years after that, in 1847, the Irish potato famine struck. The Choctaw donated hundreds of dollars to aid starving Irish citizens. In 2017, Ireland built the Kindred Spirits Monument to honor the friendship between the two people groups. In 2020, the Navajo and Hopi tribes were hit hard by the coronavirus, so Ireland sent $2 million to help, accrediting it to the Choctaw, who were always there in Ireland's time of need. Depending on who you ask, this movie lands anywhere between a masterpiece and a terrible piece of trash. But regardless of people's opinions of this movie, it has just set a mind-blowing record. Sinners has been nominated for 16 Oscars. It broke the record of 14 nominations, which were held by 3 movies: All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land. The 98th Academy Awards is on March 15th, so we'll see how many awards Sinners ends up getting its fangs on. The music in this film pays homage to the blues and folk genre, but Ryan Coogler's inspiration for this movie's structure is quite surprising. He cites the band Metallica, specifically their hit 1988 song One, as a guideline for the story's pace. The song starts out slow and melodic, then descends into chaotic, intense energy. Metallica's drummer Lars Ulrich was actually a part of the orchestra for this film. This movie's score is top tier, with composer Ludwig Göransson bringing in a large complex orchestra to set the correct tone. There are several famous artists that were a part of this orchestra. First was drummer Cedric Burnside, grandson of guitarist R.L. Burnside. Second was Metallica's drummer Lars Ulrich. Blues legend Bobby Rush played the harmonica. Rhiannon Giddens, who is the founder of the band The Carolina Chocolate Drops, played the banjo and served as a music consultant. And Buddy Guy, a Chicago blues legend, played the resonator guitar. Sinners was one of Michael B. Jordan's most difficult performances yet, playing the Smokestack twins, but according to many, including director Ryan Coogler, he nailed the role. But a question many have is how did they film Michael playing twins? It was an extensive process with many moving pieces. Many different filming techniques were utilized, including something called the halo rig, which consisted of 10 to 12 cameras that captured 360 degrees. Second was the use of a body double. Percy Bell, stood in for Michael's other half. Lastly, twin consultants named Noah and Logan Miller were hired to teach Michael how to understand the nature of being an identical twin. And finally, there were many phenomenal performances in this movie, but one that really stood out to fans was Jack O'Connell's character, Remick. Jack signed on for this role after reading the script only once, because he would get to sing Irish folk songs, and that was a dream come true for him. The Rocky Road to Dublin scene was where he got to show off his jigging skills. When he was a kid, he entered many regional dancing tournaments. As he put it was like riding a bike after a 30-year break. Due to massive success of Sinners, we will most likely be getting a prequel and or a spin-off focusing on Remick's backstory. We shall see as time progresses. Well, there it is. 10 facts you need to know about Sinners. I hope you learned something new. Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming content. See you soon.